So Ben Shapiro sent out a tweet that proves that either he's a moron or he's being stupid on purpose. Now, I didn't used to believe that he was being stupid on purpose, that's Jimmy Dore's theory about him, is that he's on purpose, he's being stupid. But after this tweet, it's really hard to know for sure. So basically, here's what happened. So Bernie Sanders sent out this tweet. He said, "What would it mean for your family if healthcare was guaranteed to all as a right? Hashtag Medicare for all." So you would expect, responses saying, I have this family member with this, whatever disease, and it would really help them a lot, and my family would have a lot less stress, and they would be able to, have less financial burden, etc. So, they'd be healthier, and they could live long, etc., etc., right? And Ben Shapiro responds with this. He says, "It would mean you stealing my wife's labor, for one." So this is a very common, and this is why I made a video saying no, Medicare for all is not slavery, because this is something that has been echoed multiple times by Ben Shapiro and other conservatives. But him saying it would mean you stealing my wife's labor, for one, is just completely and utterly false on many different reasons, right? First of all, we have two different things to break down here. First of all, even if it's a positive right that's granted, it doesn't mean that there's going to be labor stolen. So I'll give you an example. One of the positive rights that is given, a positive rights that's given in the Constitution, in the Bill of Rights, is right to legal counsel. So that means that whenever you're in a criminal case, you are guaranteed a lawyer. Now, is the government stealing lawyers' labor? Are they stealing lawyers' labor? No, they're not. What they're doing is they're hiring lawyers, and then they do the job. That is what they're doing. So not only is that not the same thing, but there are multiple forms of single-payer healthcare, and that's what I'm going to break it down into. So basically, there are many different forms. The form in Canada is very different than the form in the United Kingdom. So in Canada, the vast majority, something like 80% or more, is actually privately given healthcare. It's just there's essentially a universal Medicare card. And basically, you just go to, whatever doctor, and you give them the card, and then you get your health care, and that's it. But in the UK, the way they do it is everything is publicly administered. So they have the NHS, the National Health Service, in which the government is literally running it. So they hire people to do that work. They're not enslaving anybody to do it. They're not coming into the homes of physicians and getting them at 1 a.m. and saying, "Hey, you have to do this." No, that's literally, against the 13th Amendment, and that's slavery. That doesn't occur. And this is a lie, just a straight up lie that has been repeated by so many conservatives. I want to say it was Ben Carson who said Obamacare is the worst thing since slavery, which is an insult to any person, anybody who has two brain cells, their intelligence. It's an insult to their intelligence. But it brings the question for me as to whether he's really this stupid to believe this, or if he's just being dumb on purpose. Because again, anybody with two brain cells to rub together would understand that no, his wife's a doctor, as you guys know, he says it like a million times a day, that her labor will not be stolen. If she doesn't want to do the work and get the job, she doesn't have to. The same way that legal counsel works, in the Bill of Rights that is given to you. Can't remember if it's the 5th or 6th Amendment. It's one of the two that grants you legal counsel. I want to say it's number 6. I'm pretty sure. And that is your situation. Support independent progressive media by leaving a subscription down below. Leave a like and share the video. Help us out on Patreon, or you can donate in other ways. Links are in the description down below. We are fighting Trump tooth and nail, and we will continue to do so with your help.